What's up, YouTube? This is Heretic here as we close out the week with Mega Scizor. So, Mega Scizor is a pretty boss-ass card that never really got to do much. 220 HP Mega Evolution with an attack Iron Crusher for 2 Metal Energies, which does 120 damage, and then allows you to discard either a Special Energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon or a Stadium card from play. So there's a few interesting things you can do with this. And we're going to take a look at the regular Scizor-EX as well. 170 HP basic. Steel Wing for 1 metal, does 20 damage, and then during your opponent's next turn reduces any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks by another 20 damage. You also have Gale Thrust, which does 50 for 2 metal, and if this Pokemon went from the bench to your active this turn, it also backs up its damage by an additional 60, so you hit for 110. Almost as much as you would hit for with Mega Scizor. Not a bad attack. So that's our main attack line. We've got 1 Cobalion for support. Quick Guard, really good early game, or against stuff like Dark Tina, preventing all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. The one catch being that it cannot use Quick Guard during the next turn. It also has Revenge Blast for 2 metal, which does 30 plus 30 more for each prize card your opponent has taken. You may remember this from the old Shaymin-EX card from Next Destinies and Legendary Treasures. We know Igor Costa at least remembers it, probably. World's rip. In any case, this is really cool tech attacker. So then we got 1 Hoopa to search all our EXs, get all our Scizors down, and then search for Shaymin, which we also have 2 of for draw power. And lastly, we run a 2-2 Garbodor line. Because other than early game abilities from Shaymin and Hoopa, we have no abilities in this deck, so we can just go ahead and lock down stuff like Giratina's Renegade Pulse and Greninja Breaks, Giant Water Shuriken, stuff like that, so that we don't lose to these decks when we otherwise would be at a very big disadvantage against them. We get into our item line here. As Scizor discards energy, we're pairing him up with a full suite of 4 Crushing Hammers, with the coin flip to discard energy from any of our opponent's Pokemon. Also a very strong effect to have against any Max Elixir build in general, or anything that is not running a lot of energy to begin with. So a lot of options we have there with Crushing Hammer. 1 Escape Rope, just a really big utility card that I think a lot of people are starting to cut as Pokemon Rangers kind of replacing it, but I still think this is a really good card, and really liking it over maybe a single copy of Switch, in the instance that we get locked out of our Pokemon tools or something. And then 1 Mega Turbo, because Mega Scizor only needs 2 energy to attack, and he's pretty bulky, so he's not going to get OHKO'd that often unless you're up against a fire deck. So, really only needing the 1 copy, as most of the time we can manually attach twice in time to be able to attack with it. We got 4 Ultra Ball and 4 VS Seeker, just standard Pokemon search and supporter retrieval. 2 copies of Lysander. Once again, we have 4 copies of N, as the new format does not have Battle Compressor, obviously. 1 Olympia for another switching effect that can be reused with VS Seeker. 1 Pokemon Ranger in case we run into stuff like Regice or Glaceon, and we don't have our 1 Cobalion for it. And then we have 4 Sycamores, because it's Professor Sycamore, you pretty much run 4 in everything. Our 1 Stadium of choice is Parallel City. This is great against Rayquaza, just limiting their bench to 3, obviously. I think any deck that doesn't already have a great Rayquaza matchup should pretty much automatically be running 1 copy of this. For our tools, we have 3 Float Stones, mainly for Garb or for retreating stuff like Hoopa. And then we have 4 Scizor Spirit Links, since we run a 4-4 Mega Scizor line. You could probably get by with a 3-3, but right now, since we have the space, we're just going ahead with the 4-4. And then 4 Shield Energy, the special metal energy that reduces the damage done to the attached Pokemon by 10 damage, so it's just like the old special metal. But with Scizor having 220 HP, you get even one of these things on there, bulks it up to essentially 230. Any more than that, and he becomes primal status in terms of health. Just absolutely balls to the wall. And 6 basic metal to go along with that, round out our count at 10 total energies. So anyway, that's our list, and we are going to go ahead and get into a game here. So let's see how it does. Psychic stuff. Is it Mega Mewtwo? That'd actually be a very good matchup if it is. Alright, so we won the coin flip, and let's go. Okay, so we open with... This is a pretty good hand. We got Ultra Ball, 2 Scizors, Shaman is pretty solid. We may not even need the Hoopa right now. We might be able to save it for the luxury of searching Megas. And that's not something you get to do very often. So, yep, there's the Mewtwo. So we're going to go ahead and get a Shield Energy down. Scizor on the bench. We'll get another... Okay. And... You know what? Screw it. I'm going to discard the supporters because we probably hit either another one or a VS Seeker on the search. And we're going to go find probably just another Scizor. Don't really need the Hoopa right now. And then we're going to set up for 6. Okay. Not terrible. I suppose we could N. His hand's not really that great, so just send it right back. That's a little better. At least we got another supporter to go for next turn, and we got some energy. Still don't have a Mega. That kind of sucks, but we'll just go ahead and pass the turn. We're at minus 30 right now from the Mewtwo because of resistance and shield energy. So we can make it minus 40 next turn, or minus 60 if we wanted to use Steel Wing. Either way, it's pretty beneficial. And of course, Mega Mewtwo is going to have to get a lot of energy attached to it in order to deal an OHKO on us. But this matchup is not unwinnable for Mega Mewtwo. It's actually very winnable. Jay Young and I played pretty much this exact matchup on the Draw Pass stream a week ago Wednesday. And when we did, I played Mewtwo into his Scizor list and came away with a 2 games out of 3 win. He took me to game 3, but just was not able to deal with the raw power of Mewtwo. One of the big differences between his Scizor list and mine, however, is that he wasn't running Crushing Hammers, so his energy removal aspect was entirely reduced to Mega Scizor's attack, which I think played a pretty significant role. As if he was able to get 1 or 2, you know, successful Crushing Hammers, I think he would have won that game. So our opponent's going to end us into the Mega Scizor, but he is able to end himself into Hoopa, which is always, you know, like I said, it's almost always good early. We didn't need it, but that's just because we drew a lot of our basics. So we're going to get at least 1 Mega next turn. So he's going to search 2 Mewtwo's and a Mega Mewtwo. No Shaman. Okay. So we're going to see 2 Mewtwo's go onto the bench. See a Spirit Link onto one of the benched ones. Of course, the active one already has a Spirit Link. And is it bad that I really hope he Shatter Shots us for 0? That'd be really funny. There it is. Alright, Shatter Shot for 0. Okay, so we're going to get a Mega Evolution and another energy. Then we're going to...
Dance.
What do I do with this? I'm just gonna discard the Mega Evolution, whatever. I don't have a Spirit Link for it. I don't really need it. Could get another basic if I wanted, but whatever. Just put another Shaman down and dig. Ugh, that didn't work.
Dig, dig, dig.
It's a great game.
Dig dug.
So was that.
I can't think of any stuff.
Oh, funny.
I'm digging you.
I can dig it. Iron Crusher. Take damage. And don't damage change me. Do they have an energy? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we'd have to like Ultra Ball or Sycamore away in energy, Mega, and then attach one in Mega Turbo. And Shrine of Memories.
Yeah. I think you're fine.
The Dimension Valley's not a thing. Alright, so we see the benched Mewtwo Mega Evolve, and so we'll see if he starts... Yep, he's going to put the double colorless over there. See if he's able to switch out now will be an interesting kind of deal here. We see Ultra Ball, discarding Trubbish and a Psychic Energy, failing the search, so I'm guessing Shaman or Sycamore, yep. So there's a Shaman setup for 6. I guess the one thing we probably forgot to put in here was the Magearna. Now that I think about it, because the Magearna would render damage change completely worthless. So the more I think about that, we definitely messed up by not putting Magearna in here. So I think after we're done playing our games, we're gonna go ahead and figure out what to take out for that. That's kind of a boneheaded decision. Maybe we go to a 3-3 Scizor line even. I don't know. I really don't want to cut the Cobalion. And I guess whether or not we discard this Mega on our turn is going to depend a lot on what happens here. Because if that thing starts to get any more energy, I think we need to start digging for some hammers. Can't just have that thing sitting there like that. Jeez, so rude. Alright, so he's going to Mega Evolve another Mewtwo without the link, so that's going to end his turn. We're going to hit the Crushing Hammer on our draw, so let's play it. Let's go ahead and knock the Psychic Energy out of there for now, since we can discard the double colorless pretty much whenever. I'm going to go ahead and attach the Shield Energy, attach the Float Stone, and we're going to toss the rest. Not bad. There's another Crushing Hammer. Nope.
Aww.
1 for 2. That's alright. Still no Spirit Link. That makes me kind of sad, but we do get the Parallel City. So we could make that happen if we wanted to.
Don't really see it being super duper useful.
We could use it to get Shamans off our bench is about it.
I mean, you would only get one. You would still have
No,
my standard target.
I'd bench the Trubbish and then discard them both.
Ah.
Well, whatever. We're just going to knock this thing out.
I'm gonna knock you out.
Mama said knock you out.
So Mew told you to knock you two out?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Except Mew's not Mama, Mew's Jesus. Mama Jesus?
Well, then who's Mother Mary?
Arceus? I don't know. Arceus is God. I don't know. Okay, so the Mega Mewtwo comes out, and right now we're looking at, let's see, 130 minus... Okay, 120... Oh, wait, we got resistance, too. Okay, 100 damage we're looking at. So with another double color, this would be 160. You'd still need 2 Mega Turbos after that to hit 220. After all this damage reduction. Definitely doable, though. I don't think he's got any turbos in the Oh, he's got 1. Okay, he's got 3 Psychic, though, so if he runs 3 turbos, then it can be done. Fortunately, our 2 prize cards were Spirit Link and Mega Scizor. Very good. Of course, I'm just kind of waiting for the end at this point.
Waiting for the end to come.
Jeez. Alright. Hey, there it is. I mean, it's still not terrible. We've got the energy, we've got the Ultra Ball, we've got the Spirit Link. It would leave us with a dead hand, but we would get the second Scizor out. Oh, here comes the Shrine of Memories. Have to remember to discard... Oh man, do we discard the Shrine or the double colorless? Yikes. That's all kinds of... Well, I mean, I guess if he damage changed, you would just take the 130 back, so... That's fine. Oh man, you're gonna give me a hammer? It's actually tempting.
Do it.
Don't be a bad player, Steve. Play the Ultra Ball. Get some insurance for later. So I really don't care if he damage changes here. We're just going to do an Iron Crusher instead, and we're going to take away his double colorless. He can have his Stadium. The concern here is that now we're top decking. That's not good. I mean, one more energy can... You know, he's got a 6-card hand. He's got to have something. One more energy puts us in KO range. 2, 3, 4, 130, 100. Yeah, that's enough. I guess the positive we get out of this is that we knock him right back out. And the other Mewtwo does not have an energy attached to it. So we're going to surrender a couple of prize cards here. Escape rope, eh? Not too shabby. Iron Crusher. Yeah, I'll discard your Stadium now. Cool beans. Lysander. Oh, Lysander would win us the game. Alright, so, I mean, he could bring up the Mewtwo, go double colorless shenanigans with some Mega Turbos, but he would still need quite a bit. So he brings up the Hoopa instead. So again, even though he's got an 8-card hand, I'm just waiting for another N here because it just seems like the play. Could also try to Lysander, but I don't think that'd be too successful given that we have Escape Rope in hand. So we're going to see Trainer's Mail. Yep, there's the N. Dang, I wish I could discard Special Energy off his bench Pokemon with this attack.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon Tools. That'd be a cool thing to be able to be like, yo, I'm going to ditch your Fighting Fury Belt. Oops, you dead now. So Floatstone goes onto the Hoopa. And neither one of us really doing anything to set Garb up this game because it's just not needed to deal with either of these decks. So he's going to end himself to 4. Sadly, we get ended to... Oh, okay, we got Lysander. No worries. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Alright, so Ultra Ball. Throw a couple things. See if he goes and gets like another Shaman or something here.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yep.
Hoopa.
No, his Hoopa's in the active.
Maybe he's silly and he plays more than one.
I mean, I guess Mewtwo players could. Normally, the only deck that runs multiple Hoopas is Rayquaza. Go Xander Bennett deck and run 3 Hoopa EX. Alright, so he's going to free retreat into the Mega Mewtwo. We see a double colorless. And we're going to get hit with Psychic Infinity here. Oh, Mega Turbo. Add another energy onto that. 120 now after the... basically, one entire energy's worth is getting taken away by Shield Energy plus Resistance. So 130, because yeah, it would be 150, 160, so... GG's. Just go ahead and bring that up. Iron Crusher for the knockout. And so we're going to take our first game here. And oh, there's our Cobalion. So we're going to go ahead and do another one. And then at the end, we're going to figure out what we should cut for Magearna. Because I'm a scrub and forgot to put Magearna in here. So anyway, let's keep going. Are we playing another... Actually, no, I think this is going to be a Xerneas break.
Pikachu.
That's the Caped Pikachu. Alright, we're going first.
Is he the Caped Crusader?
Yes, he's Batchew. Batchew.
Chew. Sorry.
We got a pretty good hand here. I don't even think I need that Ultra Ball. I've just got the Hoopa. It's like, yo, what's up? Alright, so he started a Shaman. That sucks. Alright. Hoopa. 1, 2. I think it might just be 3 Scizors. I don't even know if I want this. Yeah, because we have... Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab it. So we can discard these two and we just have the VS Seeker handy. Get the Cobalion. So Scizor, Cobalion, Spirit Link, Floatstone, set up for 5. If you ever want to draw. There we go. Okay. Alright. Energy. Can actually hold this hand for a turn, I think. I don't really mind doing that. Just retreat. Last turn. That was a really hot start. Could have also attached to the Cobalion, but since we can't quick guard, really don't think that's a good idea right now. Does he have 1 or 2 retreat? He's got 2, of course. He's a steel type. He's fat.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 failed Trainer's Mail. Oh my goodness. Fairy Garden. Alright, Sycamore. Not Mega Turbo. Max Elixir, VS Seeker, Lysander. Okay. Gardevoir. Oh. Guardy's weak to metal. I can work with that. So we see... Okay, so it is the old Mega Gardevoir, and we see a Fairy Energy discarded with it. So I'm guessing a Xerneas... Nope. He's getting the Hoopa. Maybe he's already got the Xerneas. That just seems like something you want to have first turn. So, what are we going to get here? Just 1 Gardevoir. No Shaman? Did you prize your second one? Or is it in your hand?
You only had money for 1.
Rip. Guardy. Okay, there it is. Energy and then a Shaman. Can't believe how expensive those things have gotten. I'd do a video raging on the price of it if I didn't own 4 of them.
You really got lucky quickly with those. Same thing with Deoxys.
Oh yeah, I remember the Deoxys. I was like, yo, I need 4. Go, 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 go. And then I was able to get my whole set. Alright, so we draw Olympia, which isn't going to do much for us. Let's play this Crushing Hammer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to Mega Evolve. And I need to draw a supporter here. I'm just going to let this stuff go to the discard pile because I got 2 more Seekers still. So we'll Sycamore. Alright, so we get another Mega Scizor that we just don't have the Spirit Link for. I'm just going to do an Iron Crusher. Screw it. Discard your Fairy Garden.
Boop.
Rip. Alright, we're going to do a third one, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, so there's a lot of types. Yeah, he's got Xerneas sleeves, it looks like it. Let's hope he's not smart enough to run the Energy Keeper if that's the case, because then Hammers can just take over and Xerneas is weak to metal, which is fun. So we're going to lead with a Scizor. We got the cool looking one of those. Honestly, I think the Scizor-EX cards for the most part all look really nice. The only one I'm not really partial to is the Full Art Mega, ironically. So he flips over a Vulpix and a Xerneas. That's fine. You don't really need stadiums in this matchup, and he can just kind of have his Skyfield. I don't care. So we're just going to knock stuff out. There's Volcanion. And there's a Full Art Sycamore. Okay, so again we're going to see... Oh, geez, Enhanced Hammer. We got Galvantula and Bisharp. So because they're dual types... And unfortunately, this guy apparently is smart. He's running the Elixir variant. Can charge up a Xerneas in 1 turn. Not in my testing with EXP Share, Max Elixir, and all that stuff, I've found the Max Elixir variant of Rainbow Road is easily the best in my opinion. But we're going to go ahead. Let's see. We'll bench another Scizor. We can discard Garb and an N here to go find Hoopa. Get a 3rd Scizor down. Okay. He's there. And one other thing that could be very beneficial this game is Cobalion. So we're going to go grab 1 more Scizor and a Shaman here. That's all we want because we want to save that last spot for Cobalion. Not really in need of Garbodor, I don't think, too much. Oh, geez. So, okay, so we've got all 3 Mega Scizors here to work with, but we can't really do anything with them. So I'm just going to attach an energy here, and we're going to VS Seeker into that N. So can't really use those Megas at the moment. Might as well try to get a fresh hand off of them. Alright, so we do get the Spirit Link. I think I'm going to hold it for now, and we're going to do a Steel Wing here. So we'll take -20 from attacks next turn. Of course, he's still, if he hits that, just 1 more different type. Although, actually, if he switches to the bench, he's going to need the Skyfield because he's got 2 fire types here. Otherwise, he'd be able to hit the magic 180 or 190. Although, if he evolves this thing, then he could just do that anyway.
Does Scizor have 170?
Yeah,
Darn.
so. Yeah, he's not pro enough to have 180.
I figured you would, because, you know, Steel type.
Steelix has 180, but he also sucks. Alright, so... yeah, I know, right? A double colorless. Maybe a Floatstone? Yeah, there's a double colorless. Fighting Fury Belt. Okay, I mean, he's weak to metal, so I don't care. There's the Skyfield. Super Rod, so I'm guessing Bisharp and Galvantula are both coming back. Yep. And we're gonna see Lugia. Oh, interesting.
And Caterpie.
He's just gonna go ahead and pass. Unfortunately, we did not top deck a Lysander. Would have been kind of a funny top deck, although without the Mega, I'm not sure how useful it would have been. Really don't want to end him here. My goodness. Really, it's not a good play. I guess we'll put that over here, and we'll put a shield energy down, and then we'll just Steel Wing again. Can't even play the Pokemon Ranger, because there's no effect to take away from it. So we'll just start getting that bench Scizor ready to Mega Evolve. Ah, and he plays a Sycamore. Okay. Skyfield and a Fairy Energy go to the discard, and you can go right ahead and Ninetales your Stadium into play. That's cool. Yep, there it is. Ultra Ball for Ninetales. Should still only have one retreat, which means he'd be able to retreat back, if not just retreat before, but yeah, it's only got one retreat. I was going to say how funny that'd be if he evolved it and then it turned out to have 2 retreat. So I already see a Rainbow Force here. Only 120 damage. Not a lot, but without a Mega Evolution, we can't one-shot him. So we're going to go the other way around. We're going to attach a Float Stone here. We're going to put another Shield Energy on the board. And I still don't want to play this end, so we're going to switch in and use Gale Thrust here for 220. Just get that thing out of there. Alright, we're going to draw Versus Seeker, which I guess is okay. Doesn't really do anything for us right now. But we're in a pretty good board spot now with that thing out of play. And is this thing free retreat? Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
That's nifty. Alright, so he's going to put a Fury Belt on Lugia, and we see a Professor Birch, but he gets heads on it, so he makes good with it. Still not a card I would choose to play, but when you get heads, you can't really deny how powerful it is. Unfortunately, that's only 50% of the time. So he puts a Xerneas down, gives it a Fighting Fury Belt. So we now have a target once again. And we might actually be able to play the N. So we see a Fairy Energy attached to Xerneas. He's going to retreat into Volcanion here. Lysander? Nope. Alright, well, we get another Mega Scizor. I don't have the Spirit Link for it, though. So we're just going to go ahead and... I'm going to attach to this one. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the N. Yuck. Well, we get the hammer at least. Make something happen. Ugh, nope. Rip. I guess we could try to lay a big lick down somewhere. Yeah, let's do it. Escape Rope, yo. Bring something else out. I can't KO the Volcanion. And we're gonna get to pull off a pretty cool trick here. Because...
well, yeah, looks like you'll kill just about anything except...
Lugia.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason for that being that this second attack only does 50 damage, but if he switches from the bench into the active during that turn, then it goes up to 110. So we're just going to retreat with the Float Stone, and bam. Well, of course, we would have killed that thing even without it. So we're going to get another Pokemon off the bench, get another prize card, and he's got to do, let's see, we're still looking at, he's got to hit 190, because we didn't Steel Wing, but we do have the 2 Shield Energies protecting us for now. So he's going to play a Town Map, and we're going to see 2 Max Elixirs. Oh my goodness. Wow, and there's the Energy Keeper. So that's gonna render our hammers not entirely useless, but definitely less effective than they would be. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 types right now. As the Ninetales and the Shaman are both duplicate types. So he's hitting, let's see, well, nothing because he's not attacking us. Alright. Oh, we need that Mega. We need that Mega really badly right now. Because we're actually not doing a knockout here. Ugh. Gross. How many BS Seekers are we down?
Kill
Just
the other one.
No, we can't kill the other. We're only doing 100. After weakness. So we're gonna have to Sycamore here for the Mega Evolution. Alright, there we go. Get that into play. Put the Cabalion down as well. And... oh, jeez. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to play all of these Ultra Balls, I think. And go find the other Shaman. Put another Scizor down. And we're going to Shaman here for 5. Alright, so we get the energy this time. Get another Spirit Link going so we can evolve. Our second Mega Scizor can come into play now. We'll go ahead and put one on the Cobalion just for later. And we're going to do another Iron Crusher here. And we're going to knock his Skyfield out with this too. So it'll take something else off his bench. Probably Shaman, which is fine. We're going to be able to discard one of our Shamans here. And really debating if... I think we just want to discard the Hoopa for the second one, since it has 2 retreat. And so he's going to forfeit the game, as we basically have board control there. We're up 3 prizes. We've knocked 2 Xerneas out. He lost another one to a Sycamore, so we only had 1 left, and not enough bench presence to start dealing enough of those knockouts that he needs there, due to having to hit 240 to knock us out. So we do pretty well with that, and we even meet our daily challenge goal. So 30 tokens, we level up a little bit on steel. I think that should level us up. Yep, we get our steel coin finally. A little behind on that, but so that's some cool stuff we get there. And again, you just kind of see how we were able to take control. We were very fortunate he wasn't able to just kind of blow up with Rainbow Road, because that deck definitely can do such a thing. But if you can gain early control, Scizor can do a lot of methodical plays. He can 2-shot pretty much anything and take away their energy simultaneously. So definitely a slower, more control-based deck, but still effective nonetheless, and can be really dominant in a field full of special energy, which decks like Mega Rayquaza, Mega Mewtwo, and so on, just really, really big players. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I mean, we had a pretty successful run, but we did notice something that could have been very bad in that first game against Mega Mewtwo, and that is that we forgot Magearna-EX. Facepalm. Alright, so what are we going to cut for Magearna? Honestly, I think the best route is going to be to reduce the Mega Scizor line here. I think we can probably keep the 4 basics, but let's cut a Mega, and let's cut a Spirit Link. So then we can go into our trainers here, and we can also add a Super Rod in addition to... Oh, there we go. Let's get that one. In addition to our Magearna-EX. Alright, there we go. So there's the revised list. There's just a quick look at it. So the only things we changed, we dropped a Mega Scizor, and we dropped a Scizor Spirit Link, so it's a 4-3 line now with 3 links. And we added in a Super Rod, and we added the Magearna-EX. Otherwise, the rest of it's all the same. And so that's our revised now Mega Scizor list. And I'm Heretic. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.